Hello, my beautiful people of the YouTube kingdom. You are welcome once again to my channel, and today we'll be making this lovely kimono top that is everywhere right now. It became popular with the Asooke, and then it's been modified to an English wear. If this is something you'd like to learn, please keep watching. You're welcome to Sew Junkies. And what we need is we need about 3 yards for the kimono and 2 yards for the door face. So the first thing I'm doing is I folded my fabric into 4. I'm going to use this miniature display so you properly understand, because the fabric was just everywhere on the table and it wouldn't show totally what I was doing. So I'm using this paper to just show you, to make it more easier. So you are going to fold your fabric into 4. You can use your measurement 45 inches length or 42 inches length, and then you measure from your nape to the length of the sleeve you want. Then you minus the about 4.5 inches from it. That will be the band you'll be replacing it with. But in case you are using Asooke is about 6 or 7 inches wide, so you know how much you are minusing if you've taken your full length. So now what I did is to mark my back neckline, and then for my front neckline it is going to be shoulder to my down of bust measurement, and I'm just going to slant to that point like I did. I hope you get the explanation. So this measurement is your measurement from your nape to your sleeve length, you get, and then the other measurement is the length of your kimono top, and then you're just going to cut out the neckline. The neckline for the back is 3 by 1, while the neckline for the front is 3 by your shoulder to down of bust measurement. So if your shoulder to down of bust measurement is 12, so that's where it's going to end. You're just going to slant and then you're going to slit to the end like what you saw right now. So the other thing is the band on each of the points. There is band at the bottom, there is band at the sides, which is the sleeve, and there's also band for the neckline. On fold, when you are going to place your fabric on fold, and then you are going to measure out 3.5 inches or 2.5 inches. Half inch is going to be for the seam allowance, and then once you are done sewing, you have 2, or if you use 3 if you want it wider. So it is just what you prefer. If you prefer a wider band for neckline, you are going to do that. And then for those using Asooke, you are just going to use the full Asooke length for the sleeve part, and then you are going to use half of the sleeve Asooke length for the neck part, and then half of it for the hem. If you don't get it, please let me know. Asooke comes in about 6.57 inches length. So if you know what I mean, you get the gist. So right here on the table, we folded our fabric into 4. You're going to fold your fabric into 4 using your measurement. You understand? And the body measurement, you are going to divide it by 2. 42 divided by 2, you will have 21. So you just had half an inch then before, or half an inch for sewing the band. Or if you like, you can minus the band from the 21. If you just like where the 21 is, you can minus the band from the 21. You understand? Then whatever you minus is what you will now use as fold. So just like the paper illustration, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark out the back neckline. It is going to be 3 inches by 1 inch. That's 3 inches width and 1 inch depth. That's what we use. That's what we marked out. Then I'm just going to reconfirm the shoulder length. The shoulder length has now become extended. It's not your regular shoulder length. So I'm going to mark that. And then the next thing I'm going to mark is I'm going to mark the shoulder slope. I'm going to use 2 inches for the shoulder slope. I didn't do that for the paper illustration. And for these crepe fabric, it may not really be important. This kimono will just work out okay if you don't put it for this kimono. But if you are using an Ankara fabric, and the Ankara fabric doesn't drape like the crepe fabric, so if you're going to use Ankara, please, you need that 2 inches slant. Some people use 1.5 inch. You just slant at the shoulder slope so that it's relaxed when you wear it on your shoulder. I know you get it. We've done kimono cut several times on this channel, so by now I understand, you know what I mean. Please, if you haven't subscribed, if this is your first time here, please subscribe and watch all through so that you can tell us what you think about this video. If we need any parts we need improvement, I understand that we definitely need improvement. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know any part that you don't understand, and I'll definitely put you through. So now we've marked out the 2 inches. The next thing we're going to take is the length. Like I said, you have to measure your own length. The length I used for this was 44 minus the band. You now know if I'm using 4 inches for the band, it means I'm going to be using 40 inches plus 1 inch for joining the shoulders and for joining the hem. So we'll have 41 altogether. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm just marking out my shoulder to my down of bust. That's where the slant is going to be. You can see, I believe you understand better now. You can see the slant. The slant is just like a V slant, but I'm just going to clean that sharp V edge into the straight part that I'll be opening later. So I'm just cutting out my shoulder. This kimono is truly very easy. It's not just because I'm saying it is very easy. Yes, it is, and it is too cute for you to just pass up and not sew. It's something that definitely it will make your weekend a glamorous one if you style your attire together the way you really want. So if you are using Asooke is trendy and it will come out quite unique. If you are using an English fabric, I just wanted to show you the creative aspect of style modification. So if you like the Asooke, you can use Asooke with your native, and if you like English wears, you can also sew the same style for your English wear. So I'm just setting one of the piece aside, which is going to be our back, and then I'm going to cut that front neckline just as we marked it to be, and then I'll just open the front part. If you've been watching since you haven't liked, please like, please try like. Thank you so much for liking. So we're just going to slit the remaining part of the front opened because the slanted neckline only ended at the down of bust, and we're going to just open the remaining part. So you can see the cutting was just straight to the point, and now we're cutting band. So what I did in cutting the band for the neckline, mine I used 2.5. Then if you did not fold the fabric, it will be 5 inches. So you're going to measure 5 inches, which is what I did here, and then we're going to cut 2 pieces of that. Because if I actually bought 1 yard thinking it would be enough, I had to quickly go and get another yard. If I had bought the 2 yards, even at that, I'm very sure it would not have gotten rounded the neckline, because the neckline is over 50 inches, and if I'm using 2 yards, it's not going to go. So it's just going to have that joining at the back, so you're going to cut 2 pieces of that 5 inches, 2 pieces of that 5 inches for the neck collar. Then the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting 2 pieces for each of the sleeves, which the measurement for that sleeve band was 9 inches if it's not on fold, and if it is on fold, it is 4.5 inches. So you can see obviously that the band for the sleeve is larger than the band for the neckline. So if you want the sleeve to be wider, if you want the sleeve band to be larger than 4.5, or 9 inches when opened, so you can actually increase it from 4.5 to 6 inches. So please just play with your design. And then I cut 8 inches for the back, and if it is unfold, it will be 4 inches. So that's all for the band. You're just going to iron it. And if you want to hard stay, I didn't hard stay because it's crepe and I don't want my band to rip out my fabric. If it's too thick for the fabric, you now start having problems with the entire look. So I just went ahead to the sewing machine and I ironed it on fold. Ironed all of my pieces, all of my band pieces on fold. That's all that I did for the band. But maybe I could have added a light stay, not a gum stay, light interfacing. Maybe that would have come off as a better option, but I didn't. If you want that, you can add it to it. And that was all for the cutting of this beautiful kimono or poncho or whatever one name. I think kimono is better. So this is all I've done. I did the band cutting, I did the body cutting. It didn't take me up to 20 minutes. Really, it is as simple as that. If you follow it, if you follow this video step by step, you see that really you won't take up to, even if you are a beginner, you won't take up to 30 minutes to 60 minutes to cut out this outfit. It was really easy in the cutting. So what the first thing I'm going to do when I go over to the sewing machine is to sew the shoulders together. Join the shoulders of the front to the shoulders of the back. You can use your French seam, you can sew and weave. For this particular tutorial, I did sew and weave. So I just sewed it down, placing the front to front, and then I took it to the sewing machine and then weaved it. It was really that easy. So by the time I was done, I was now ready to add the band. Don't forget, ironing the band is very important. If you don't have light to iron the band, just chill, just wait till you appease your power providers so that they will give you light, because you definitely need your band ironed. It will make your work neater. It will make your entire outfit come out great, even before a final press. It will actually come out fine, and the band won't be difficult to sew because it already has that crease, that crease to it. You just sew it together. So now I'm done with the weaving. I'm just going to go over, like I show you, the first part. The first band I'm adding is to the hem, because once the one coming from the neckline is coming, I want it to cover the one that it's already at the hem. I don't know if you get it. So I'm just going to add the band to the hem first. The hem of the back, the hem of the front, and the hem for the front was slitted into two, so it means the front has two hem. So you are just going to fix your band at each of the hem. Once you are done with that, we are going to add your band to the neckline. So if there is still anybody watching up until this point and you haven't subscribed, say hi. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Would really appreciate that. And that's all for adding your band to the hem. The next thing we are going to do is to add band to the sleeve. We are going to add band. Okay, sorry, this band is for the neckline. So what I do usually, especially if I just want to get it over with, if I just want to get the work over with and I'm not pinning, I usually just start from the midline. I usually notch the midpoint and then notch the midpoint of the band and then start sewing from from that midpoint to one end, and also start again from that midpoint to the other end. And that's what I did. With me, it was really not too tasking, it's not a corset, and definitely you are going to rock this outfit as a lounge wear, as a beach wear, like especially now that we made it with an English fabric. You are just going to, so what the trick I did here is to actually cut out an excess and then fold it in between. You know, we're going to weave the edges, so what I did was to just fold it in between. You can see what I did, and I'm just going to sew the other side the same way. It is really super easy. So if you like, at that hem, the towards the ending of the collar, you can just stop and mark out where it's supposed to end, and then sew in the excess or the allowance that you have, and then finish up the sewing. So here I'm sewing the sleeve like I did for the collar. I started from the midpoint and I just sewed down. That's what I did. So that's the same thing you are just going to do for the other side of this kimono. This kimono was really nice. I remember when kimono was trendy like 2-3 years back. I practically wore kimono, new kimono every once in a month. So this is one of your addition to your wardrobe, and I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. We have a whole lot of other tutorials on this channel, you can check them out. So for the sleeve opening, I measured 10 inches. Like you saw, there is no side joining for this kimono, so we're just going to create where your sleeve is going to pass, so that it's not just going to be flying all around. I measured 10 inches. You can use 12, you can use smaller than that, and this is the outcome of it. It's so beautiful and I love it. So please, when you do yours, let us know in the comment section if this video was helpful. Thank you. Bye. See you soon.